Hello, my friends, and welcome back to another new video. In this one, we're covering heaven and hell, a continuation of the last video where we're discussing good and evil. In the last video, um, basically, we narrowed good down to making life flourish, and evil being that which diminishes life or poisons life, to keep them very, very simple. And we're going to do the same thing here with the concepts of heaven and hell. I think it's a good time to point out why I keep doing these videos. I need to come up with one of those, intros where everyone always explains what they're trying to do. And so again, what we're trying to do here is figure out the statement, the meek shall inherit the earth. The world is clearly in a state that is not really okay. So how do we become what Jesus was referring to? Is this even a possibility? But what I'm trying to do is explore this and develop a philosophy. For me, it's more of my religion itself. But this channel is really more about the philosophy. And after we lay down these foundational videos, we're going to actually start going into some topics and using this philosophy to try and come up with stances to take on different positions. But the subject of this video being heaven and hell. Do we believe in a physical hell, a place where you go for eternal damnation, or heaven, where it's eternal, blissful life after death kind of thing? And the answer is probably no. But there is the path to hell and the path to heaven, or as the title says, the stairway to heaven and the highway to hell. These things are real. Heaven on earth can happen. Hell on earth, it is happening. These are our choice. We get to choose which one we want. And whether you believe it or not, you are actively choosing what is happening outside your own front door at this very moment and around the world. We participate in these things. But all that aside, what is the path to heaven and the path to hell? And just like good and evil, these are clearly a dichotomy, or one is the opposite of the other. So the path to heaven is utilizing your resources, your time, your being, your attention, and focusing it on the world that is outside of you and surrounds you, and learning how to move within that space and help make it a better place. Sometimes it's merely just observing and having a good time, and other times it's actively going out and correcting situations, planting trees or planting a garden, this sort of thing, helping your neighbors, this kind of thing. So using your resources and focusing them outside of you. This is the path to heaven. And of course, the path to hell would be the opposite. And that is using the world's resources outside of you and bringing them and using them to bring attention to yourself. Selfishness. And clearly, we are having quite a few folks that are doing the latter. So, when you combine good and evil with these two pathways, you can see that the active process of going out in the world and participating and making life flourish is good and is the path to heaven. And drawing resources from around you and going out and poisoning the world, this is the path to hell and is very evil. And remembering what these things are and applying them to how we move in the world, actually taking the time and focusing on how we move and react in this world. Are we behaving and walking the path of good? Or are we walking the path of evil? On our way to hell, hell on earth. Clearly, the vast majority of us are walking on the path to hell. There's just no getting around it. You see, we are co-creators in this world. We live in a divine mirror, and we are creating a very, very not nice place right now. And with that, I really, really want to keep this one short. So Use your time, your material, your resources, and focus on the world around you. This is the path to heaven. And those who draw on the resources around them, this is the path to hell. And with that, my friends, I do pray this finds you well, and I will see you on the next one. And I'll see you then, my friends.